Welcome back. We are on part 7, the Navy Federal Secrets series. I am Credit Coach Nicole Scott. If you are new here, make sure that you have subscribed. And most importantly, visit the link in the description where you can watch the entire playlist. If you comment the word guide, I will provide you with my free Navy Federal guide. Now, today's video, we're going to be covering auto loans, how you can save some money with your existing auto loan, and you can buy a new car with no money out of pocket. Now, there are other credit unions out there that are doing no money down, 100% financed, and no payment for 90 days. Unfortunately, Navy Federal is not providing the whole no payment for 90 days thing, but they have much lower rates than anywhere else. So their auto loan rates start at 3.89%. Many years ago, when I refinanced my car, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I had a car that was high interest rate with GM Financial. And of course, GM Financial did not refinance cars, and they specialize in people that have bad credit. So when I went to the dealership, it was my only option. I had a really bad credit at that time. This was back in like 2019. But I always had really good auto history. So I was able to get qualified, but my interest rate was like 20 something percent. My payment was almost $650, $700 a month. It was really expensive and stupid to pay for a car. So when I got my Navy Federal account, what I did was I waited about 6 months with GM Financial for my credit score to go up a bit. Once my credit was up, I had built that relationship with Navy Federal. I applied for their auto loan when my credit score was only at a 670, and I qualified for a 4.89% interest rate. My car was only about 6 months old, so it was a newer vehicle, and my payments went down to like $4 something a month, saving me over $200 a month. That's $1,200 a year that I was flushing down the drain, paying to interest only. So if you have a high auto loan interest rate, see if you can join Navy Federal, because you have to be a member with them in order to apply for their credit products, okay? You don't have to have a checking account, but you do need to have a savings account. But if you're going to go in with the expectations of getting something from them, you got to give something to build that relationship up initially, right? So 5 or more banking products, checking account, savings account, high yield, CD, make sure you have overdraft protection, make sure you don't get any overdrafts. That could get you denied for an auto loan, because Navy Federal approves people with lower credit scores, but they have what's called their internal credit scoring system. Navy Federal has what's called an internal scoring system. So they use internal data to score you. So a lot of times you won't ever know what this number is unless you have applied for something. If you've applied for something, they'll send you a notice in the mail saying what your credit score was at the time that you were either approved or denied. And Navy Federal generally is going to pull your credit from TransUnion using a FICO 9 scoring system. Now, it can vary based on the credit product, and it can also be based on your geographic location. I have seen Navy Federal also pull from Equifax. So if you're concerned about what Equifax or Experian might have on there, and you're only focused on TransUnion, you can freeze those other credit bureaus, so you force them to use the data with TransUnion. And as long as your score is somewhere decent, you've built a good relationship with Navy Federal, you've been with them for at least 3 to 6 months, then you can call in over the phone and you can refinance your vehicle right over the phone with them. It will just be one hard pull to TransUnion. But, focus on leading up to that and making sure that you've worked as hard as you can to clean up as much as you can, to raise your credit score as high as you can on your own. If you need to add trade lines, you can let me know and we can add those to get your credit score as close to perfect as possible before you apply, because that's going to ensure that you get the best rates possible, because that's going to ultimately save you the most amount of money. Now you can see here they actually have a promotion going on where if you refinance your car with them, they will provide you with a $200 bonus when you refinance from another lender. So pretty cool. Now, you can also buy new and pre-owned vehicles from them as well. The thing about Navy Federal in purchasing a vehicle with financing directly from the bank or credit union is you have to go to dealerships that they work with. So what they would do is, of course, you can apply right on their website. And the cool thing about Navy Federal is you can go through their pre-qualification process to see if you're even pre-qualified for an auto loan. So I would have to log in and stuff because, of course, you have to be a member, right? So the first step is joining, and then you really don't want to apply right away with Navy Federal unless you have stellar credit. If your credit's over 720, closer to that 750 range, sure, you could probably join Navy Federal and apply for something with them pretty quickly and get approved, right? But the best rule of thumb for those who don't have next to perfect credit is to join, build a relationship for 3 to 6 months before they ask for any credit products. During that 3-month period, you're going to want to build up as many banking products as possible, focus on deposits. I've talked about this in a lot of my other previous Secret Series videos, so make sure to watch the entire series. Yes, my friend. Okay, so the great thing is the approvals for new and pre-owned vehicles, they're good for 90 days. So say you work on an approval today and you're like, hey, I'm not ready to buy a car this week or within the next 30 days. That's fine. That approval is good for up to a 90-day period. And when you are ready, all that you would have to do is request a check from the bank. Now, if you are close to a branch, you can go into a branch location, go up to the teller with your ID and your debit card, and they will print you a check right then and there. You take that check right on over to the dealership of your choice. Now, one of the reasons why you might ask me, well, how do you know all this? Well, not only have I gone through it myself, but I've helped a lot of other people accomplish these same goals. In fact, one of the cars that I purchased, I got funding directly from Navy Federal. Now, here's a quick story. I applied for too much initially and they denied me. I think I asked for $60,000 and I had already had 2 auto loans at that time. So this was going to be my 3rd auto loan. So they denied me, but I called into the reconsideration line and I asked them to reconsider. And if I lower my amount, would they be able to approve me? So the person that I was speaking with said, we should be able to approve you if you go with a lower amount. So I asked for $30,000 and I was approved for that. And then you would just get a list of the dealerships that accept their financing, which CarMax is one of them. So I went to CarMax. I used my check directly from Navy Federal and it was no hassle. Another cool thing about CarMax is if you don't love your car, you can return it in 30 days. So I've had good experiences with CarMax because it's just a no hassle zone. I'm not trying to be sold. They're fair on things. It's not, hey, I'm dealing with a sleazy salesperson. No, none of that. And since you've got your own financing, it makes it a lot easier for you to go through the process. As long as you purchase a car that does not exceed the amount that the check is for, then you don't have to put any money out of pocket. So say, for example, the car that you select, it only comes out to $27,000. Make sure you add gap insurance, guys, okay? Purchase gap insurance. You can finance that along with your car. It's usually less than $500, all right? So say, for example, nothing was more than $28,000, but you're giving them a check for $30,000. No worries. They only approve the amount up to what the dealership says, right? So if there's a $2,000 difference, no, you don't get to keep it, unfortunately, but the dealership doesn't get it either. So they will write the amount financed for whatever the amount is. And as long as it's less than what you're approved for or up to, exactly at that number. But say, for example, it came out to $30,500. Well, your check from, them is only going to be $30,000. So you would have to pay that $500 out of pocket if you went over. So that's kind of how it works. But if there is any, in between, don't worry, you're not going to be charged for that. And it's just up to that amount. So you don't have to even go, close to that amount if you didn't want to, but you have the room to go up to it. And if you were to finance a vehicle for $30,000, generally your car payment is going to be somewhere around $450, possibly $500, depending on the interest rate and the amount of months that you have financed the vehicle for. I don't ever recommend going past 72 months because it's just a higher risk and you're going to have a higher interest rate. So you can keep it somewhere around 72 months or lower if that works best for you, depending on what the rates are and what you're going to have to pay. One thing that you need to be mindful of is this is a long-term commitment. So if this is not something that you're going to be able to withstand and pay on time over the next 7 years, then don't do it at this time. If you can only afford an auto payment of maybe $200 or $300, you don't have to spend all $30,000 if you were approved for that much. You can go get a car for less than $20,000 and finance that. You can even purchase a car from a private party. They don't really like that, but it is a possibility and you could do that. So if you had a family member that was selling a vehicle, the only thing is Navy Federal would hold the title of that vehicle. So you would have to hand over the title of the vehicle to Navy Federal because they use that as collateral. And if you don't do that, which I don't recommend because they don't like that kind of stuff, all right? If you don't do that, you either pay the loan back immediately or it's going to turn into a personal loan with a higher interest rate. And it's just not a good look when you play games with Navy Federal. They are not to be played with, okay? Do not try to run off on the plug with them. It is not going to work for you. They will sue you and you've burned your bridge, right? We don't want to burn bridges. It's much better in this day and age to go slow and steady and stay in the race, okay? Slow and steady always will withstand everyone else who's going turbo mode, who's eventually going to break down or crash or whatever, okay? Go slow and steady. All right, my friends, we're not in a race with anyone. We have to understand this is not a race, it's a marathon, all right? Because we got to keep in the game, all right? And this is all game-changing information because let me tell you something. When I used to buy any of my cars, I would go to the dealership, I would get tons of inquiries on my credit report, all for what? A super high car payment, super high interest rate, and had the same credit score. So if you knew better, you would do better. And that's why I make these videos to educate you guys on best ways to be able to leverage your credit, pay less, not have to put any money down, no money out of pocket. And with other credit unions, you can research no payment for 90 days. That's amazing. Now, say, for example, you did get this auto loan, you've paid a couple payments on time, but then some other expenses came up. Now, to avoid a late fee or any late payment on your credit, you can always call the bank and ask them to defer a few of the payments to the end of the loan since you had some unexpected expenses. I usually just tell them it's a home repair expense that came up unexpectedly, and it would really help them if you could defer 2 of your auto loan payments to the end of your loan term. If not, then you're just going to have to pay it. But if so, that would help alleviate some of that, pressure for you. And it's not going to affect your credit if you just, for whatever reason, pay late. We really want to make sure that once we take on these obligations and these agreements, that we pay them as agreed. Okay, guys, that's it for today. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next part of the Navy Federal Secret Series.